Angas Securities have never dealt through financial planners. You don't even have a call centre. Why is that?
It's part of the traditional, if not old-fashioned approach of Angas Securities, where we deal with investors either one-on-one on the telephone, or investors regularly visit us at our offices here and throughout the country.
Is word of mouth advertising important to you?
It's actually very important, Paul. Our investors tend to be of a more independent mindset. They like to make up their own mind, and they tend to mix with fellow-minded people. But in terms of the investment inflow, I can tell you that a strong proportion of new investments made in Angas Securities products come from existing investors or through word of mouth.
Let me put you right on the spot here, Andrew. Has anyone ever lost money through an investment managed by Angas Securities?
Well, that's the easiest question you can ask me, Paul, because the answer is an emphatic no. Angas Securities has made payment to investors of all sums due, when due, in full and on time, whether that be a principal investment which falls due to be redeemed, or whether it's a payment of interest. Angas Securities has never delayed any payments, has never been late, has never frozen, has never shortchanged anybody. Everything's been paid when due, in full and on time, and no investor has ever lost a dollar in an investment made in Angas Securities.
So Andrew, for people thinking of putting their money with Angas Securities, what are the sort of things they need to understand?
What an investor has to take into account is that the money is being invested in a short-term first mortgage loan. That has the advantage of a higher yield, a higher return because of the interest rates that Angas Securities is able to achieve. Conversely, the money is tied up for a 12-month term and can't be accessed in the meantime.
There's an old adage about not putting all your eggs in one basket. Is that still the golden rule of investing?
By all means, Paul. Most investors are well advised to spread their investments to get a balance in their portfolio. In my experience with Angas Securities over many years, I've seen investors who will put their toe in the water and make a relatively small initial investment with Angas Securities, and that will often grow to something far more substantial over the years. Conversely, we also see people, particularly with exposure to our company through their family or close friends who had a good investment experience with us, who will make quite substantial initial investments.
So what do you think is the most important thing for people to keep in mind when they're investing their funds?
Investors need to understand the product that their money is being invested into. That's where I see Angas Prime Income Fund being such an attractive product in 2014. Money is being invested in first mortgage lending at higher rates, delivering returns. It's a product which investors will be able to understand, and I'm sure they'll embrace the product, Paul.
Well, Andrew, it's been great talking to you today, right here in the heart of Sydney's financial district, and with Angas Securities in such great shape. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure, Paul.